Hey Falcons, you ready to play us again? Remember when we beat you last time this year? Are you ready to have your first sweep against the Carolina Panthers since 2013? Panthers, how many times do we have to tell you? You never sweep us. You hardly ever beat us, remember? Yeah, I guess you're right.
What's going on, Falcons fans? So I'm going to do something a little differently for today's video. Usually I talk in front of a camera and just tell you my opinion on what's going on with the Falcons, but in this video, I'm going to look at whatever pops up on the screen, so that way it's a little easier for me to explain what I'm trying to say here, because it's a really huge topic, and that is, can the Atlanta Falcons make the playoffs in 2021? Is it likely? Entering Week 15, how can they make it by the end of the season? Because there's only 4 games left. Is it likely? Is it unlikely? Well, in my opinion, yeah, the Falcons are going to need a little bit of help, but as long as they don't lose 2 games, I think they can get in. I think they can maybe afford one more loss, but that is it. But before we get into the simulation I did, because I actually used a playoff simulator to kind of predict what I realistically think can happen here. I'm going to go over the teams that I feel the Falcons do need to worry about the most, and that is the San Francisco 49ers, the Washington football team, the Minnesota Vikings, and the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, all of those teams being ahead of the Falcons. And another team that is below us, the New Orleans Saints, we're not super worried about them, but you never know. They are also still in the thick of things. I tried to be as realistic as I could. I looked at every single game and I thought, okay, I'm going to realistically pick who I think will win. And this is what I got. So the Falcons, this is the only time I'm going to be, biased and I guess quote unquote unrealistic, because we don't actually know if the Falcons are going to beat the 49ers next week. But let's just say they beat the 49ers. I think realistically the Eagles will probably beat the Washington football team, and then the Buccaneers will probably beat the Saints, and the Vikings will beat the Bears. That still would not get us in the playoff picture for next week, saying if we win to the 49ers, the Eagles will take the 7th seed, the Vikings would take the 6th seed. Well, okay, no need to worry. Entering the week after that, Week 16, I think the Falcons can realistically beat the Detroit Lions at home. Let's say the Eagles probably beat the Giants, and then the Rams to beat the Vikings, and I think the Dolphins can probably beat the Saints, and the Cowboys to beat the Washington football team. I feel that's pretty realistic. Then the Falcons would actually show up in the playoff picture. Falcons would be 7th seed, Eagles would be 6th seed. Now after that is a tough one. The Falcons do have to play the Bills, and I'm going to count that one as a loss. I don't seriously think the Falcons are actually going to win out the rest of the season. Now, in my opinion, if we beat the Bills and lose to the 49ers, I don't think the result would be any different. I don't think. But anyway, I have the Falcons losing to the Bills, the Washington football team beating the Eagles, the 49ers to beat the Texans, and the Saints to beat the Panthers, Packers to beat the Vikings. The Falcons would still be in the 7th seed, and the Eagles in the 6th seed. Now, the last week is obviously very important. We are playing the Saints, and they're obviously going to play us tough, but I think overall we can win that game. I think Falcons just overall have a better QB play, not by a lot, but I think they have a better QB play than the Saints, and the Saints have kind of fallen off ever since that Jameis Winston injury, so I think we can win there. The Vikings probably will beat the Bears. Washington will probably beat the Giants. And then the Rams, I think, could probably beat the 49ers. And therefore, if that goes according to plan, you would see the Washington football team at the 7th seed and the Falcons in the 6th seed. Now, oh, and I forgot to mention that I think the Cowboys will probably beat the Eagles Week 18.
Now, I also want to add that if the Falcons actually lose to the 49ers and beat the Bills, and everything else I said, like, the Eagles beating the Washington football team, and just every other prediction I made, literally add all of that, but instead of the Falcons beating the 49ers and losing to the Bills, instead it's the Falcons beating the Bills and losing to the 49ers. This would be the playoff scenario, the Falcons in the 7th seed and the 49ers in the 6th seed. And that looks a little more realistic than the other one.
Now, obviously, I don't actually know if all of that is gonna happen, but it's what I got. Let me know what you guys think. Did I do all of this so bad? Is this really inaccurate? Do you think it's actually accurate? Do you think the Falcons have a chance? I'm very curious, but let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Other than that, I will see you guys with a video this Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern. Love and appreciate you all for the support, and as always, rise up.